everyone, I'm Edyta Sitar from Laundry Basket Quilts. Welcome to Quilting Window. We are working on our mystery quilts and we are having so much fun. There were a few hiccups that I had with some of the measurements, but thank you so much for your patience and doing such a good job letting me know so I can fix those and we can keep moving forward. Oh, I am so excited for you. Today we're working on a block number 11. What a wonderful block. Look at this. There are a little bit more pieces in this block, but we only have to make 4 of this block. Block 11, we're gonna make 4 of them. So right here, we have a little triangle in light, and this triangle will be cut at 2 3/8. Then a blue triangle, 2 3/8, and 2 more on this side and this side for a total of 4 half square triangle, 2 3/8. This little blue square right here is 2 inches. Then we have 3 7/8, 3 blue triangles, half square triangles, and we have a 1 light half square triangle, 3 7/8, and not least but last square, and this square is 3.5 in light. Oh, so many wonderful pieces. Maybe you are just like me. When I have a lot of pieces on my table, sometimes it gets confusing. So what I like to do is, I just like to do one little section at a time, one unit at a time. And I'm gonna start with the easiest unit, this one right here. Let's do this one. That is gonna be the easiest one. Let's start with that one. And we have a lot of practice in this. We're gonna take this unit. There are 2 half square triangles, 3 7/8, 3 7/8, one in dark blue, one in light. We're gonna place them right sides together, just like this, and stitch it right here. As soon as you finish stitching, you're gonna open it up and look at this. You're gonna have a beautiful half square triangle unit. You're gonna go ahead, press your seam allowance towards the dark, and you're gonna go ahead, trim it with your cute little ruler right there to 3.5 by 3.5. Perfect. So we have this one done. This is super fun and easy. Now we have 2 more units, this one and this one. Let's start with this one right here. What I'm going to do first, I'm gonna focus on this little half square triangle unit, one dark and one light. Place it right sides together and sew it. As soon as you sew it, it is going to look just like this. Let me pull one out for you, just like this. Oh, perfect. I'm gonna go ahead with my little scissors, clip those bunny ears, or using a rotary, I can and a ruler, square it out. This unit needs to be 2 inches by 2 inches. I'm gonna place it back down, and now I'm gonna pull this triangle away and only focus on this area right here. Place the light right sides together, sew it with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, press it open, push that seam allowance towards the triangle. It's a little bit easier than pushing towards here because there's a lot of bulk here, so I push it towards this triangle. Then I'm gonna go ahead, grab this side again, sew it, flip it open, and in no time I'm going to have a beautiful unit like this. Look at this. All my seam allowance are pressed like I told you. Now notice this area right here gives you an exactly where you need to stitch. When you now take this, place the dark blue 3 7/8 triangle, place it right over, pin it, and I love my low pins. I'm gonna pin it right there in this point, right there in the middle, and I'm gonna start stitching from the top straight down. Pull my pin as I'm stitching, zoom 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 right here, X mark the stop, finish stitching, and look at this. You're gonna have a beautiful unit. Oh, wonderful. This one done. And the seam allowance will go towards the blue, the dark blue. And don't forget, grab your little scissors and clip those little bunny ears from back there so it's nice and clean and beautiful, and you have your first unit done. Oh, this one is gonna be perfect later on when we have to sew it together to a row. I'm gonna leave it alone right now, and I'm gonna focus on this unit right here. Remember, we have one more unit to make to be able to assemble the block. So this one, I'm going to take a square and a little half square triangle, 2 3/8, place it right sides together, sew it, flip it open, then go ahead, grab this one, place it right over, sew it, flip it open, and look at this. You're gonna have a wonderful unit just like this one. Oh, I'm so glad you're doing this with me. This is so much fun. Look at it. I want to bring your attention to something. In this case, my first seam allowance, I pushed towards the block right here, towards that square. My second seam allowance, I pushed towards the triangle. It worked quite well for me because I didn't have as much bulk right here when I had to take this large triangle, 3 7/8, place it right over just like this, sew it gently with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and notice if you're sewing on this side, you can see at the crossing of the threads. Remember, that's your guide. Sew it. As soon as you finish sewing, you got it. Wasn't that easier than worry about the whole block at the time? So remember, one day at a time, one little unit at a time, one block at a time, little bit steady, and you will have a beautiful, beautiful quilt. Let's finish our block 11. Now we have a 3.5 plain square, our unit A, then we have our unit B right here, and a large half square triangle. Notice the rotation of this half square triangle, how I have it positioned. I'm gonna follow the layout exactly as I have it on my blog. Please remember, I have a little surprise for you. There may be later on something that you have to make and it's gonna match it up. I don't want to spoil the surprise for you, but pay attention how you lay this block out because it's a part of our whole layout and it's gonna create a beautiful picture for us. So now, you're gonna take this square, place it right sides together with the unit, and you're gonna sew it, zoom, 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 using 1/4 inch seam allowance. You're gonna do the same thing with this unit, sew it. As soon as you finish sewing, you're gonna open it up, and you have 2 rows. Sew the rows together, pin it right there in the center, and you have a beautiful block 11. I am so excited for you. Guess what? Only 4 more blocks and you're gonna have a gorgeous quilt. Block 11 needs to be made 4 times. 4 block 11. 4 block 11. Oh, I'm so looking forward to see more of your pictures. I hope you're following our blog for all the measurements and everything that you need for our mystery quilt. Please make sure you visit Laundry Basket Quilts, go to our blog, download your directions, and remember, keep healthy and keep stitching. Thank you, and I hope to see you tomorrow.